Welcome to episode 34 of The Slam, and welcome to the daily pro wrestling talk show where I uncover all the news and all that good stuff in pro wrestling. My name is Tango with Tango. I appreciate you guys for joining us because today's actually going to be a really big day. You guys already know that Royal Rumble is tonight, January 28th, 2018. I think the kickoff show starts at like 7 o'clock, but regardless, it's going to be a really big show. In fact, I would go as far as saying as this is going to be the biggest show of the year, or one of the biggest shows of the year next to WrestleMania. And the reason for that is more specifically because of the unpredictability. I've mentioned on previous episodes of the Slam that Ronda Rousey would, in fact, win the Women's Royal Rumble. And I'm not sure if that's even still in my mindset anymore. There's just so many things happening, so many reports, and so many different scenarios that can happen. You just never know if WWE is going to change their mind or, what they've been dead set on since the beginning. So with that being said, obviously this is going to be a really good show, and we've actually got some breaking news, which is why we're doing this video just hours before the pay-per-view even kicks off. Now, first, I do want to say thank you guys for stopping by. The Slam has been doing really well, viewership wise and engagement and everything like that, and it really goes down to you guys. I know I've gone through a whole bunch of different changes with the show, whether visually it looks different or maybe it's just audio or whatever the case may be. Obviously, with that being said, I just want you guys to know that the support really means a lot. I'm working on a whole bunch of different things perspective wise, so I'm looking for a graphic designer who would probably be able to help me create a more official logo. And then, of course, just things like that, really just making sure presentation's good. Now, today we're obviously trying something new, which is awesome. And today's video specifically is breaking news. So I did want to let you guys know that tonight I will be doing a live post show. As you guys could actually see on the graphic on the side, I'm doing the post show immediately after Royal Rumble goes off air. And I'm going to be bringing a couple friends with me. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And then, of course, I just got to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting the pizza party. If you guys didn't know, we do have a Patreon. We have a couple patrons on there. You guys can check out the links on the description down, the links in the description down below. You guys could go ahead and check that out. And of course, we have the YouTube sponsorship program, $3.99. You get a lot of perks. So anybody who's taking advantage of this, I really appreciate you guys. The live stream is going to be huge, and the reason why is because something big is happening today in WWE, and we all just have to kind of just dive into it and go head first. But Undertaker has been spotted outside in Philadelphia. And of course, for those who don't know, with Undertaker specifically at Raw 25, it was rumored that that was his retirement speech. And a lot of people are saying that this is just not necessarily the case. People are saying no, he has one more person that he has to, basically kill, and that nobody knows who that person is, but they're saying that he has to finish one more match, one more time. Guys, there's a lot of speculation with this Royal Rumble, and in fact, a lot of the speculation is whether or not guys like Sting would return and then kind of create that match set up with Undertaker, or whether or not Undertaker would screw over John Cena, or whether or not, Undertaker just wins the entire Royal Rumble. Guys, there's a lot of things happening, but obviously with that being said, one of the things that I want to dive into in today's video with that, whole thing of Undertaker returning today to Royal Rumble, would he have a say in the Royal Rumble match, or would he have a say in the main event? I don't even know if it's the main event, but the Universal Championship match. And with that being said, we do have to keep in mind that Kane, who is his former tag team partner and his brother, and one of the best rivalries in WWE history, Kane is competing for this championship belt. So there is a lot of speculation that Undertaker could be setting up a program with Kane for a title versus retirement match at WrestleMania. And I know you're probably hating that right now, but I don't actually have a problem with it. And here's why. It's just more of a personal thing. I'm going to WrestleMania for the first time. That's something I've actually always wanted to see. I've always wanted to see Undertaker and Kane. And most importantly, I've always wanted to see them in a really interesting gimmick match. So I do think that could happen here. Undertaker versus Kane for the belt would be really interesting. And it would really make me interested to see how they would plan this all together. Now, of course, there's been rumors of John Cena and Undertaker, which to me sounds a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more of a safe bet. I know the internet wrestling community would really hate on the Undertaker versus Kane, but storytelling wise, it is one of the best things that they can do for both of those guys going into WrestleMania season. Now, obviously, with that being said, you have to consider whether or not these guys are actually going to be top of the line characters, and what I mean is, like, you have Batista potentially returning, Bobby Lashley potentially returning, and then of course you have guys like Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, these are the guys that you're pushing, right? Like, you're pushing like all these big guys, and then of course it kind of sets into your mindset that two old guys like Taker and Kane could be doing a WrestleMania main event. And I get it, the criticism makes sense. I understand completely. And of course, I'm hoping by the time that we actually go live for the post show, this is completely different. I'm hoping that we don't. I'm hoping that we don't. I don't know. I'm hoping that we get something cool out of it, but I'm hoping I don't have a bad reaction. Like, I'm hoping when I do this post show tonight, with Undertaker returning at Royal Rumble, setting up one last program. I think, whatever they do, they have to do it big. And a lot of people have even speculated as far as saying, you know what, keep Roman away from the Universal title and have him go against Undertaker one more time and see if Undertaker can reclaim his yard. But I'm against that idea. I don't like the idea of doing that. I'd rather have Roman go for the belt. And you'll probably hate that too, and that's completely okay with me. I understand that a lot of people aren't fans of Roman Reigns, but when you look at the program, you do have to realize that you have to push future stars. You have to push the guys that are going to take your product to the next level. And although me personally, on the nostalgic factor, I would like Kane versus Undertaker, but I'm going to be honest in saying that if Kane walks away with the Universal Championship belt, I'm not going to be happy with that. I don't feel like they need to have a title match at WrestleMania. And if you look on Twitter, a lot of people do feel that they absolutely need that. So, me personally, I don't know what's going to happen, but obviously Undertaker coming back should be a really, really big thing. And one thing that we do have to consider is, whoever wins the Royal Rumble, do they get to go for the SmackDown World Championship, right? The WWE Heavyweight Championship, or do they go for the Universal Championship? Or can the winner of the Royal Rumble choose whichever one they want to go for? Because I still stand by my decision to say that Daniel Bryan's winning the Royal Rumble. And I know a lot of people are going to tell me that's not happening, and I know it doesn't make sense. They don't even think that Daniel Bryan's cleared. I firmly believe that he's cleared for the WWE. Whether or not he wins the Royal Rumble can be somewhat of a gamble, but I do think he is going to win. Is it possible that WWE would ever set up a Daniel Bryan versus Undertaker match? Absolutely not. I don't think that's going to be possible. And the last question that I've seen pop up several times is, do you think Undertaker would put over one more future star? And I would say that's actually not the case. I think no matter what feud Undertaker goes into at WrestleMania, he absolutely wins. And if Undertaker were to lose to John Cena, I would say that's one of the biggest blunders in WWE history. And the reason why is because this is the Undertaker, and you got to let him go out on top, unless he is putting over a future star. So, a lot of things happening, but Undertaker coming back for Royal Rumble seems very, very likely. We don't know if he's going to be in the Rumble match, if he's going to interfere in a match, if he's just going to have a promo. We don't know if he's going to be in the stands. We don't know if he's just going to be backstage. For all we know, Michelle McCool could potentially be a surprise in the Women's Royal Rumble. Maybe he could just be there to support her. Obviously, all of this stuff sounds like it could very well happen, but if I'm just going to be honest, I don't think we've seen the last of Undertaker. And when we saw his retirement speech, I thought it was a retirement speech. But every day since that speech, I just don't feel like that was the way they wanted Undertaker to go out. So, a lot of things happening, guys. This is the Slam. This is where we talk about it. We bring you guys the news. We bring you guys discussions. And honestly, that's all the show is about. I just want to have fun and talk about wrestling. That's what I personally like to do. And I know you guys like to do the same. So I welcome you guys to the post show immediately after Royal Rumble. Okay, guys, it's going to be really cool. I'm going to have the live chat on the screen. I'm going to have notifications pop up. We're going to have fun. And it should be really cool. I'm going to have a couple special guests. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Again, I think this was episode 34 of The Slam. Breaking news. Undertaker Royal Rumble 2018. Guys, let me know what you think. And follow me on Twitter at Tango with Tango. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.